1970s was the decade of the mass incarceration of black males. This is the laying the groundwork. This is the evolution, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mass incarceration of black males because America didn't need us no more. Mass incarceration of black males and making a black man economically irrelevant to the black woman. In other words, we're going to make sure his woman does not fight by his side for economic justice. And that's one of the reasons they rolled the welfare programs in the black community. The welfare programs was not to help black women and their children. The welfare programs was to distract black women away from the fact that if you had your man, you wouldn't need welfare. And even now, the black woman is still being brainwashed, some of them, away from understanding that the black man's unemployment and incarceration is a government-created condition. Okay. It ain't because he's lazy. Some are, but not most. It ain't because he don't want to do better. Some don't, but most do. You understand me?
Yeah.
This is the ghetto was created by the government. Mass incarceration was government. Miseducation is government. Gentrification is government. Economic justice is government. Police genocide is government. Here's what I say to black people who say black people are our own worst problem. If we are our own worst problem, name one institution we control. Give me one. Nothing. We don't control the economy. We don't control the prisons. We don't control the schools. So how can I be my own worst enemy when I control none of the systems that are crushing me daily? And my problem with us as American Africans is we often segmentalize and fragmentalize populations of the black community as if we don't all contribute to their malady. So the question is not, what do black youth need to do different? The question is, what does the black community need to do differently so black youth can be empowered? You don't get these drive-by shootings without the black community ignoring the youth. You don't get 8 and 9-year-olds robbing old women for their car keys if they were being supervised and raised correctly. So the dysfunction of black youth is the dysfunction of the black community. But if you notice, when you hear these conversations, it's always about black mothers need to do better. Black fathers need to do better. Black youth need to change their behavior. The black community needs to reinvent itself as a community that cares about its people. We're the only community in America that does not have safeguards to protect its own. When is the last time you seen a homeless Mexican?
In L.A.
When is the last time you seen a homeless European Jew?
In New York.
But not often. You see homeless black people all the time. You understand me? My point is, most cultures have a safety net to protect their downtrodden. We don't have a safety net to protect our downtrodden. So what happens to the black downtrodden when they're hungry and homeless? They turn on black people. So in many ways, the violence that's gripping our community is our own collective community karma consciousness. We gave birth to this as much as white America did. The 8-year-old as killer, every black person's DNA is on that 8-year-old as killer's life. Because if black men was on their job, he could have never became a killer. Black men are abandoning the black community. We move out to the white suburb. I don't know of a black professional man who still lives in the hood he grew up in. I don't know one. Everyone I know moves to the suburb. You know a couple, but it's few and far in between. So if I'm a young 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old black boy, who's going to be my role model if I don't got none in my neighborhood? I'm going to go to the rappers. I'm going to go to the basketball players. And you know who's still in the hood? You know who's still in the hood? The gangbangers and the drug dealers. And that's why they the role models. Because all other black men have abandoned our boys.
Okay. Now,
white America is not going to save us, brother. We got to save ourselves.
How do we...
Economics and education. We have to start pooling our money together to provide economic opportunities for single mothers, black youth, and of course black men. White America ain't gonna hire us. Why you think they got the Afghanis in here? Why you think they got the Ukrainians in here? Why you think they got the Mexicans in here? Why they keep on bringing white Cubans in here? You know why? These are the replacements for the American Negro. Immigration is the extermination of the American African.